What's going on, everybody? It's Kanye, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the best finishing badges in NBA 2K22 current gen. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a 30 badge finishing build. We're going to load into the tester, and I'm going to go ahead and rate all the finishing badges for you and explain, what they're for, what positions they're best used in, and what I think about them. Please note that this is my opinion and just my experience in the game. This isn't a definitive answer to what badges are the best. That's obviously going to be left up to you and what you come up with, but this is my advice. Like I said, we're going to go in there, we're going to rate each badge, and then we will wrap up. I'm also going to point out this is the first of 4 videos, so obviously we're starting with finishing, then we'll follow with shooting, playmaking, and defense in that order, and I'm going to try and mix some other videos in between. This is just a short series I wanted to do, so y'all could have an idea for how I play and what badges I prefer to run. With that being said, let's get over into the builder. Okay, so now we're over here in the testing part of the builder, so we can kind of, break down these badges. I'm going to give each badge a ranking of like no badge at all to gold, so that'll kind of form a tier list for us. And I'll also, all gold badges are going to be badges I consider essential. I'll explain what each badge is good for, and I'll also, explain what positions or what types of players use each badge. So starting with Acrobat, we're going to go with bronze. This is for any of your players that like to attack the rim, but this badge as well is pretty much only for players that want to do high degree of difficulty layups, like you can see here. So you've got your full spin, half spin, reverse, euro, hop step, stuff like that. If you're mixing those in and you have a surplus of finishing badges, throw this on bronze. It'll allow us to go in more often. Back down Punisher, I'm going to give silver. If you're back to the basket player, very, very good badge. It'll allow you to get to the rim and get closer to the rim for your post shots. But also, if you're a taller guard, this can be a fun badge to use, because if you've got a small guard guarding you, you can kind of beat them down under the rim, and then you can go up. And we all know having a size advantage is huge this year as far as making offensive layups. Dream Shake. Not going to give it any rating. I've never seen people use it. It's such a limited badge. It can only work on doing post fakes, which ultimately the player that's playing defense on you is going to decide if he falls for those fakes or not. So going to go with nothing on this. This is good for maybe my career. Drop Stepper. Going to give it a silver. Great badge to pair with back down Punisher. So Drop Stepper is once you get close enough to the rim, you can do a move with your square button to where you drop step off the post move, get around your defender, and can go up for a dunk. So having these two combined is very, very good. Fast switch, that's a gold. It's one of our first essential badges. Now, is it essential for guards necessarily? No, but for big men, it speeds up your standing layups, speeds up your standing dunks, and it's going to be very, very useful to any big man playing 2K. Fearless finisher, we're going to go with the silver. I wouldn't call it essential. It's the closest thing to an essential badge. It's not an essential badge, but it's good for every position. So every position can benefit from Fearless Finisher because it helps both driving and standing layups. So if you get, bumped on your driving layup or your standing layup, this is going to boost it and help it still go in. So that's why it's good for both guards and bigs. The reason I don't have it as an essential is because there's other badges that are more important. And this is just something you throw in that's kind of a bonus if you have it left over. Giant Slayer, I'm not giving it a rating. So Giant Slayer, I haven't used it all this year, and I've seen no difference. I've seen people that ran it, and it made no difference because making layups is easy enough this year. As far as height mismatches, you'll still make them. So moving on. Grace Under Pressure, also going to give a silver. This is another one of those badges that can be very, very good for big men if you have extra finishing badges left over after putting on your essentials. So Grace Under Pressure is just when you're directly under the rim, it's going to boost those layups. Or like when you're close to the rim, it's going to boost those layups. So those standing layups where you've just come off a post spin, it's going to boost those. Or those standing layups where you catch it, there's someone coming to chase you down or try to contest it, it's going to boost those. Hook Specialist, I'll give it a bronze. For those bigger centers like to just do post hooks, obviously they're going to run this, but the average player's not going to run it. But it's still a good badge. It does boost your post hooks. Limitless Takeoff is an essential. So, as you've probably seen in some of my build videos, if you run Silver Limitless Takeoff, you automatically get more dunk animations, better finishing animations. So the higher you can run this, the better. You don't need to run it above silver, but if you're a pure dunker, run it on Hall of Fame or even gold, either one. But you want to have this badge in your arsenal because it's going to allow you to take off from farther, get better animations, and finish stronger. Lob City. I'm going to give this a silver, and I may back it down to a bronze. I love Lob City Finisher. They have kind of nerfed lobs this year, and you miss dunks that you probably shouldn't miss. But that being said, as far as finishing tough lobs, the more you have this up, it is noticeably easier to finish tough lobs. So I'm going to give it a silver. Mouse in the house. Don't need it. Nothing. Because unless you're guard, if you're being guarded by someone smaller than you, and they're not stronger than you, or they don't have a high interior defense, they're not going to stop you. It's been proven this year that if you're on a build bigger than your defender, it's very easy to finish inside. So this badge is not necessary. Post spin technician. We're going to go ahead and throw it on bronze. We may bump it up to silver when I'm done. But this is very similar to the back down drop stepper combo. If you'd rather do post spins instead of drop steps, throw post spin technician on instead of drop steps. And that being said, let's go ahead and bump it up to silver. Posterizer, essential badge. If you're any type of contact dunking build, even if you're not, this helps you get dunks in contact situations. When the defender's still there, you can still get that dunk animation, even if it's not a contact dunk. So that's a great thing to have. Pro touch, not a good badge this year. If you have layup timing on this year, you're doing it all wrong. And the reason is because if you mistime your layup even slightly, it's not going to go in. But if you have layup timing off, then you're going to make it. So there's no point in having pro touch because it's all based off layup timing. Putback Boss, going to give it a silver. It is very close to a gold. It and Fearless Finisher are both very close to a gold. So Putback Boss, great badge. If you get offensive rebounds, this is going to boost, your attempt to go back up with it and make it. So that's why it's a silver. It's really good for big men. And can be even good for guards who are, slipping in trying to sneak offensive boards. So, Rise Up, essential badge. All big men and even some guards who get standing dunks, this is a great badge. It just gives you more dunk animations over layup animations, so it's a great one to have. Slithery is another essential. We're out of badges to apply, so let me back this down. Slithery's going to be a gold. Since I was iffy on post technician, we're going to put it back down to bronze. So Slippery's going to be a gold. It is an essential badge. It's going to allow you to get around people, get better animations, driving to the rim, and get less bump animations from defenders trying to get in your way. So, Slithery is a great badge and is a must-have as any player that wants to go to the rim. All right, Teardropper. I never use this. It's not a useful badge. A lot of people don't even know how to shoot floaters and runners. How you do it, if you wanted to know, pull back on the stick and take your hand off turbo before you get all the way to the rim. You'll shoot a floater or a runner, but they don't go in. This might make them go in, but you never use them unless maybe you're on a tiny guard and you try to drive for some reason. And lastly, Unstrippable. So Unstrippable, I'm going to give a bronze tier badge. So I'm going to go ahead and just take off Acrobat here and bring it down here. So Acrobat was a bronze tier. Unstrippable is also going to be a bronze tier. Unstrippable is a very good badge to have for, builds with lower ball handling. Because when you drive, oftentimes your defender's smaller than you, they're not going to try to block you, they're going to try to strip you. So this is a good badge to have if you're on a bigger player. But yeah, that being said, I hope, when you looked at all these badges, you can kind of see, the perk. Like I was saying, there's different ones you want to run for a guard versus a big. It's like guard, you're definitely running Limitless Takeoff, Posterizer, and Slithery. Then you might mix in some Lob City Finisher, Fearless Finisher, and you could even, throw in Acrobat if you have a couple left over. And then for your big man, you're absolutely doing fast twitch. If you can still get a driving dunk on your big man, if you're shorter big man, obviously go Limitless Takeoff still, Posterizer, Slithery, and then hopefully you can do, Rise Up. And if you have extra, throw them on Putback or Grace Under Pressure or even Fearless again, and then Lob City as well. And if you're a back to the basket guy, instead of doing these, you can mix in back down Punisher, drop stepper, post spin, hook specialist. But yeah, overall, I hope this was a helpful video. I am going to be doing, obviously, the other 3 badge categories down the road, but this is going to be the first video I'll release. I'm just going to go in order, so then we'll do shooting, playmaking, defense, and rebounding. So stay tuned for those. If you thought this was a good video and you enjoyed it, leave me a like or a comment, and, even subscribe. Channel's still growing, and I'm just shocked, and I'm having so much fun. And yeah, if you have tried any of these badges and I had a negative opinion of, and you say, hey, it does really well or it's good, then let me know, and I'll look into it and I'll try it out maybe. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a good day hooping, and I'll talk to you later.